I'm here, guys, in downtown LA. Things are getting really crazy. I wanted to show you guys where I am. So I'm right here in downtown LA in the middle of this crazy protest that's happening. This is the place where the violence erupted. This is the place where the violence erupted right here in LA that has now spread across America. And I wanted to come to you guys. People are leaving because they're about to gas everybody. They just said that. So some people are leaving. I wanted to tell you that I wanted to come live because this is what we're called to do as the church, and this is what we're called to do as a ministry. And not every ministry may be called to do this. Not every ministry may be built for this. We are built for this. This is what we've been doing since 2020. We've been taking worship, the gospel, prayer, the presence of God into dark places, places of fear, places where there's helicopters and National Guard and police and Marines. I mean, they're everywhere. They're all over the place here, and it's mayhem. And this has been a spark of violence that has spread to cities all across America. And so tonight we are gathering again to worship in downtown LA. Now we were gathering last Thursday night on a rooftop worshiping when these ICE raids and all this stuff began. And now we're coming back. And this is one of those things where this wasn't on our schedule, this wasn't on our plan, but we feel so compelled and called by God to mobilize people to respond, mobilize the church to worship, to pray, to gather pastors. When I was walking down here, I stopped by an LA. There's about, I don't know, 200 LAPD cars around. And I stopped and I talked to an LAPD captain, and he said, "Hey, what are you doing down here?" And I said, "Man, listen, I'm here gathering with pastors and worship leaders, and we're coming to come in the middle of this thing, and we're going to pray, we're going to minister, and we're going to believe that God's going to bring peace over the city." He looked at me and he goes, "Thank you for coming." He's like, "We need you." He said, "It has been so crazy the last few days. I mean, look at this right here. This is on a federal building. Death to America. F ICE. I mean, all over the city. It's literally like death to colonialism. I mean, it's like a war zone here, guys. It's an absolute war zone, but it's probably the perfect place for us to actually share ministry update. Most ministry updates would happen from like a nice boardroom, you where it's really quiet and really controlled, but not let us worship. We're giving you guys a ministry update from the ground of the biggest protest in America. And I want to just tell you guys tonight, like, God is in control and he's moving. And we have tonight, we're gathering worshipers, we're gathering intercessors, pastors from across the city. We're going to come here and we are going to bring God, the hope of God right here. And so thank you guys for everybody around here that has been supporting our ministry, what we're doing. I really feel like too, I want to mention June 14th, June 14th, this Saturday is what they're calling No King's Day. It's this planned massive strike of chaos on the cities of America. And I'm actually going to be in Spokane, Washington, and we need to respond all across America. We need to respond. We need to call people to worship. We need to call people to pray. We need to call people to stand on the wall of their city. We cannot allow violence, darkness, fear to come over our cities across America. I'm talking about New York, Chicago, Minneapolis, Seattle, Portland. I'm not even just that, Dallas. They were protesting massive last night. I was talking to some pastors in Dallas, some of my friends there. Like, we need to mobilize a historic effort. And that's what we want to launch tonight, is that on June 14th, we're mobilizing our burn communities all around the world to go and to bring worship and prayer into the center of their city. And so if you're on here or you're watching and you're like, what is that? How can I be involved? Please go to our website, burn24-7.com. You can even go to Let Us Worship and say, I want to find out more about the burn. And we'll plug you in to the worship and prayer events that are happening. Some of them are 24 hours long. They're happening all across America. I also want to mention right now, because it just came across the wire, that Israel and Iran are in the midst of a crazy war, and Israel preemptively had struck Iran's nuclear facilities. And tonight is going to be a crazy night. Not only is there mayhem on the streets here in LA, but there's mayhem in the Middle East. And this is end times type of stuff, guys. And I want to pray. We're going to pray a little bit tonight before I head over and log off. But we're going to pray tonight that God would bring peace to the Middle East, that we pray for the peace of Jerusalem, pray for the peace of LA. This is the hour that I believe our ministry was born for. And I don't think it's a coincidence that in this time where this uprising, this chaos, this, bless you guys, bless you guys. Bless you, thank you, thank you. People down here recognizing the live stream that y'all are on. I don't think it's a coincidence that, we declared that June was Life Month and that we shouted it from the rooftops in Boston on June 1, that we declared that it is no longer perversion or pride, that is Life Month, and that everything just went insane. It's like just the enemy coming against that word across our nation, coming to bring chaos, division, discord. Talk about Spokane. We're going to be there Saturday. Why is that so significant? I'm just sharing with you guys, our supporters, our people that follow us. It's significant because that's the one city I'm in a lawsuit with right now. We launched a lawsuit. For those of you that may not be aware, the city council attacked me by name with slanderous accusations. Again, this is nothing new for us, but I've never seen it from a city actually using their official role in the city government to attack the church. And so they did that, broke the, goes against the Constitution, goes against everything, right? So we're suing them. The suit's going really, really well, actually. I'm really praying that we're going to win. Thankfully, there was a Supreme Court lawsuit that was just sided with the church, and that's going to be helpful in building our case. But anyway, we're in the middle of that lawsuit, and on Saturday, on June 14th, we're going to be in Spokane. And so I would love for you guys to join us, be praying for us. And speaking of lawsuits, we're also, every day facing allegations, facing slanderous accusations. This is also nothing new. This has been normal since 2020. And so we're used to it. And, I don't have the time or energy or even really feel the grace to respond to all of those because there's so often and there's so many. And if all I did was respond to scandalous, horrible accusations, then I would never get anything done. And so I don't spend my time. Now, back in the early days in 2020, I did. And I wasted a lot of my energy trying to, I go attack every accusation that came and make sure that everyone understood my heart and make sure that everybody knows and defend myself. And I spent so much energy and effort defending everything. And then my board came to me, my spiritual moms and dads, my accountants, even friends of mine that are with the IRS. And they were like, dude, you don't need to defend everything. Like, just do ministry. Like, we got your back. We're with you. You're accountable. You're submitted. We got everything taken care of. And so thankfully, I have not fallen into that trap. But I will address the fact that these same bad faith actors, whether it be Christianity Today, who's hated me for 5 years, they attacked me relentlessly, Rolling Stone, Julie Royce, MSN. I could go in. These guys, it's like birds of a feather flock together, and they don't ever do journalism. They just regurgitate what random people say, even if those random people claim that they were employees of mine, which they were not. They were volunteers. And all of these random group of embittered, angry, offended volunteers were actually had to be let go. They had to be let go because of moral issues. And because of that, they mounted this campaign to attack me and come against me. And really, they're just saying the same thing that Rolling Stone has said and all these outlets, CNN has said. And none of it's true. None of it's valid. They don't know anything about our books. They don't know anything about our organization. They don't know anything about anything. And just for those of you guys out there curious about our organizational setup, we have 3 nonprofits: Sean Foyt Ministries, or Let Us Worship, Hold the Line, which is also in that, which is our advocacy, political advocacy, Light a Candle, which is our missions org, and the Burn 24/7, which is our prayer and worship arm. So those are kind of the 4 components. And all of those different entities have unique boards, They have oversight. We have amazing accountants. And really, the good thing is we don't have the same accountants for all three. So that way it keeps them very independent of each other, which is also good. Yes, we do own real estate in DC, which I am so proud of. And I'm so grateful that we have a place right there by the Capitol where we can pray and worship and do ministry. And, um, and I have I have a real estate, I had a real estate company coming out of college. So I have rental homes, which helps subsidize our income. But none of that stuff is mixed with ministry. It's all separate. It's all up to par. It is all compliant. And man, we are so good. My family's good. My wife's good. My kids are good. Honestly, the mechanics and the dynamics of our Let Us Worship team has never been more peaceful. We've never felt more peaceful. We've never felt more energized. Well, there's like 5 helicopters up there now. Maybe they know something I don't know. Um, so anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, and so many of you have reached out, and you've just been so unbelievably kind, and say we're praying for you. We love you guys. We're with you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. That means the world to us. And I just want you guys to know that we are so covered, and we are so blessed to have such incredible oversight, accountability, accountants. I mean, our accountants are like the best in the world. And I'm thankful that God has enabled us. I mean, listen, I think about what we're doing tonight here in downtown LA and what we're doing, mobilizing worship and prayer. There's not a whole lot of other ministries that have the ability to do that, turn on a dime, but God's given us that grace. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. This is what we're best at, going into Spokane, going into LA. This wasn't on my bingo card for 2025. We didn't initially plan to go to Israel and host one of the biggest events. That was a Let Us Worship things. Very expensive, very costly. We didn't initially plan to go into a lot of the things that we've done, but God's provided a way. And so thank you to all of you amazing supporters and donors and people out there that have partnered with us. Every single cent that you have invested has gone to its kingdom purpose. And you know what? I'm not done asking you to help us because we still got like 11 cities in Canada that we got to go to. Our bus and our truck, by the way, is up in Canada. We made it through customs. We're so excited. 11 cities across Canada. And then we got cities, I think we got Rochester, Detroit, Minneapolis, Chicago, Seattle. We got a lot of different cities that we're going to be doing this year. And we need your help. We need your help. We need your support. And we're so grateful for you. So I really want to say this as well as things are ramping up here in downtown LA. For those that didn't know, I'm coming to you live from downtown LA, and I'm in the middle of one of the federal buildings. Sorry about the noise, but I thought it was important for you guys to see where we're at. I really feel like it's important for us in this season of insane shaking and shifting and all of this stuff that we're dealing with, wars and rumors of wars and violence erupting and chaos. It's so important for us to be the people of God that keep the main thing the main thing. We need to press into the presence of God. We need to go to church. We need to submit. We need to worship. Oh man, look at this. This is crazy. Hold on. Guys, you got to see this. Look at this. I was going to say, put on the armor of God, and then the armored vehicles show up. Oh, anyway, crazy. But tonight, guys, we're going to be worshiping in downtown LA, and please pray for us. We're going to be ministering on the streets. I'm about to meet some people as soon as I'm done with this, and then we're going to worship. If you want to know, if you're listening right now and you're like, man, Sean's in downtown LA, this is crazy, and I want to know where you guys are going and what you're doing, you can always text the word revive to 20221. Text revive to 20221, and we'll get you all of the info. That gets you on our list where we're not censored and canceled, and we can update you where we're going to go. We're still looking for the right venues for Detroit, Chicago. Reese, are you on here? Do you have any update there you can give us on those cities?
Yes, actually, for Detroit, we're working out a little permit with the park. Hopefully, we can get that done pretty soon. And then the other one is Chicago. We're trying to get there for I think it's called the Daily Plaza, correct? We're in the works of doing that, so
Yeah,
hopefully we can secure that pretty soon and call it a day. And I think there's the only two cities left that we need locations for.
that's awesome. Well, we have a couple in Texas too that we're going to
Yes.
announce as well,
Yeah.
which is awesome. And there's two other things that I wanted to announce, and then we'll open it up for some questions. But the two things I wanted to announce to you guys, which is very historic. Number one, uh, we have an album. This is a funny thing people don't realize. Like, I have literally done like 30 albums since the start of Let Us Worship. We've just put out records, and all these records, man, they're expensive. It takes a lot of time, energy, work, and we just put it out as a ministry. I don't take a dime from any of these albums. All of the finances for the records and the songs and the royalties go right back into the ministry. And I'm the only artist and musician that I know that does that. I don't know anybody that does that. And that was kind of a source of friction when I was on a label, because they didn't really like that. You know, they wanted me to put the money here and do this. And I'm like, no, it all goes into the ministry. I'm saying that because we are about to announce that on July 4th, we have a live album captured in the White House. Yes, captured inside of the White House. It's going to be released. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's so filled with the presence of God. Actually, it's captured in the White House, in the Capitol, and in Mar-a-Lago, all three locations. It's raw, it's live, it's filled with the presence of God, and it's beautiful. And I can't wait for you guys to hear that. It's going to be so special. Also, we're announcing on Sunday one of the big initiatives that God's calling us to do, and this will be our first crack at it, is we are launching a men's movement. Yes, we're launching a men's movement where we're calling forth the men of America to rise up. There's been such an attack on masculinity and on men. I was with my three boys today, you know, just teaching them, training them, raising them up. And we are going to raise up an army of God-fearing, family-loving, America-building men across our nation. We're launching a men's conference, and the announcement is going to come on Father's Day. Can't wait for you guys to see that. So two things: album live at the White House. And guys, this is crazy. Hold on. Sorry, I keep breaking away, but like, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a whole line of police and vans and vehicles. Anyway, all that to say, I'm about to gather with some leaders, some pastors, some worship leaders, and we're going to go for it. But June 14th, you guys got to let's take back these cities. I'll be in Spokane, and I'm going to update you guys on the lawsuit. I'm going to post all the details of what's been happening with the lawsuits, where we're at. I feel like it's going to be a huge win for the church, a huge win for free speech, a huge win for religious liberty. And man, God has really been behind us this whole way. So sorry about the craziness. It's loud down here, and the rioting is starting to build, and we're going to bring the worship in the midst of it. So love you guys. God bless.